In this video I want to tell you how I would learn English if I would just starting out. Hi, what are your goals for the new year of 2023? A lot of people in the beginning of this year will have a goal of speaking English fluent. Overall, a lot of people nowadays want to learn English. They learn English at school, they go there 11 years mostly, then after graduating from the school, they have no fluency in English. People try to speak English, but they can't after 11 years of learning English. In this video I want to tell you how I would learn English if I would just starting out. Take a pen or a pencil, take a paper and write this down. My first step would be I would go to the internet and do a research of the courses that provide you with mini story lessons. It is very important. If you are zero in English or in any other language, to improve your vocabulary, to improve your grammar, you need to start learning the language with mini story lessons. It's the first step. Then I would learn English with mini story lessons for some time to improve my vocabulary and to start understanding English more. At this point, when I already can understand some English materials, I already can watch some videos or to listen to some podcasts, I would start having lots of understandable input. It is also very important. It's your second step. After that, when you learned English for some time with mini story lessons, you improved your vocabulary, you already have a basic vocabulary that will help you to understand some of English videos or podcasts or even some English books. Then you can go and have lots of understandable input. You also can continue learning English with mini story lessons and also listen to English or read English after doing your mini story lessons. It's like your additional learning for faster improvement. For example, what is input? Input is your listening and reading. You go to the YouTube and find English videos that seem interesting for you and you can understand them. Then you can watch them and enjoy. If you understand videos in YouTube, you can just focus on lots of input. You can just listen a lot, and by that you will improve your vocabulary, your grammar, and after listening to English for a while, you will feel that your speaking improves. But this will happen after 6 or 7 months of everyday listening. It's a rule. You must listen to English every single day for 6 or 7 months in a row. And after that you will notice small improvements with your speaking. But after 7 or 6 months of everyday English listening, learning English with mini story lessons, you will definitely see that you already can go to the YouTube and understand lots of English videos. Or you can already understand a lot of English podcasts. This will be a notice that your English improves after 6 or 7 months. And when you already can go to the YouTube, watch any videos that you want. For example, you like some movies and you can watch them every day, relax and enjoy. This will be your learning, improving your speaking skills, listening skills. You just turn on a movie, sit down, relax, take a cup of tea and spend some pleasant time watching your favorite movies. But to improve your vocabulary, you need to focus on reading. You find books that you like and you read them, read and read. And by it you will improve your vocabulary a lot. But when you just starting out, you ended up learning English with mini story lessons. What you can do is just to go to the YouTube and to listen to English podcasts. This will help you to improve your listening, your speaking ability, and overall you will acquire lots of new vocabulary words. But if you want to speak with more rich vocabulary and to acquire more vocabulary in a short time, then you definitely need to choose a book way. You take a book that you like and you start reading. You read this book, you see the unknown words. If you can understand 80 or 70% what is written in the book, you don't have to translate it. All the unknown words will become known after a while. You won't even notice it. You will just enjoy your reading, and after some time all that unknown words will become known to you. This is a really great process. You even don't notice when those words that you didn't know become known and you didn't study it, you didn't learn them in a word list, you just enjoyed your reading or your listening. And the last point of my list, how would I learn English if I would just starting out, is I would just listen and read, listen and read, and again listen and read. Just lots of input and output. Output is your speaking, input is your listening and reading. To improve your vocabulary, to acquire more vocabulary words, to grow your English level. For example, right now I'm B2 level in English or a little bit higher. And to improve my English level, to higher my English level, I need to read books. I need to acquire new vocabulary words, and by that I will become C1 in English. Then I need to find lots of new books with more difficult vocabulary, and after that, after a while reading these books and listening to English materials. For example, you can choose some more difficult movies in the internet that you like and that you wanted to watch but you couldn't understand them, but when you're B2 level in English or C1 level in English, you can go and watch that movie even with English subtitles. That will also improve your English level and allow you to grow your English vocabulary faster. And overall, to improve your English level, when you B1 or B2 level in English, you need just to find lots of books and read it. You will acquire new vocabulary words, you will grow your English level and you even won't notice it. And overall, to grow your English level, I suggest you to focus on reading. This will allow you to grow your English vocabulary, to learn new phrases. How to learn English. How to perform greatly in English. How to speak English fluently and confidently. How to do your best while you're speaking English with someone. If you were thinking about these questions at least for one time, this video is for you. In this video I want to present you my English learning program, how I personally learned and learn English. When you are A2 level in English and you have struggled with understanding English materials, what you need to do is to start learning English with mini story lessons. Mini story lessons will give you a lot of new vocabulary words, will give you some of fluency. After learning English with mini story lessons for 6 months or 7 months, your English will improve to the point when you already can go to the YouTube and understand pretty big amount of materials that are on English. And that is really great for you, because when you already can understand YouTube videos in English, you can go there and just have a lot of input. It's your listening and your reading. If you don't like to read books, you can just go to the YouTube or in other streaming platforms and watch videos there or listen to the podcasts. And by that you will improve your listening ability and also you will improve your speaking ability by just having lots of understandable input. When you are B1 level in English, you can continue learning English with mini story lessons. You do one mini story lesson for 2 weeks every single day. You learn English every single day for 1 hour and you do one mini story lesson for 2 weeks to learn all the vocabulary words, to improve your grammar unconsciously, and you will speak English better after doing mini story lessons, because there is a part in mini story lessons where you need to answer to a lot of very easy questions, and when you answer to that, you try to speak. You improve your speaking little by little, and after a lot of practice, it's not a little bit of practice, it's a lot of practice, because you do one mini story lesson for 2 weeks every single day. You learn English every single day for 1 hour a day or more, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, or 4 hours. It depends on you, because if you want to learn English faster, you absolutely must spend on it much more time, so much more hours in your day. So you can learn English 5 hours a day. Every single day you spend 5 hours on learning English, and after that you will have great results with your English speaking, with your listening ability. You will start to understand lots of new English materials much more faster if you will listen to English and do English every single day for more hours a day. If you will do less hours a day of English, you will have smaller results after the same amount of time. It's 6 or 7 months. But if you want to achieve English fluency faster, if you want to understand more English materials and to start watching your favorite English movies faster, you absolutely need to learn English for more hours than 1 hour a day. You need to learn English, to listen to English for 2 hours or 3 hours a day, or even more. There were 2 times or 3 times when I was listening to English for 2 days in a row for 8 hours a day. One time I listened to English for 12 hours a day. It was one day when I just sat in the morning, turned on English YouTube, started watching something, and in the evening I got 12 hours of English. That was amazing, but I was very tired, but it was a pretty great experience. You can do less hours a day, but if you want to achieve your success with English faster, you absolutely need to spend much more time on it, by listening to it and by reading it. But how I learned English by myself after doing mini story lessons, after I already have ended learning English with mini story lessons, I continued learning it with just having lots of listening, just input. I listen to English a lot. I listen to English for 1 hour a day right now, but before that I was listening to English for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours a day. And right now I have 1159 hours of English listening, or a little bit more. I can't remember it clearly, but something like that. So I have a lot of English listening hours, and as you can see, my English speaking is really good. I can communicate, I can speak English fluently on my level in English. Yes, I'm not so great with difficult vocabulary, but with normal everyday vocabulary, English vocabulary, I'm perfectly fine. And if you want to speak English fluently when you are B2 level in English or a little bit higher, you need to listen to English a lot. But if you want to grow your English from B2 to C1 or C2 levels in English, you absolutely need to focus on reading, what I'm gonna do right now. After doing this video, I'm gonna go and read my new English book. It's absolutely amazing, there are a lot of new vocabulary for me, and by that I will improve my vocabulary and unconsciously grow my English level to C1, to C2 without learning grammar rules. and without learning vocabulary lists. I will just focus on reading, and by that I will improve my speaking. If you will focus on reading, the first thing what will improve is your vocabulary. So, if you want to improve your vocabulary and to grow your English level, you need to focus on reading. But when you're just starting out, you have A2 level in English, or probably you even lower than A2. For example, you can be A1 level in English and you just started out, and what you need to do is to focus on learning English with mini story lessons. You do one mini story lesson for 1 hour every single day. You do one mini story lesson for 2 weeks, one mini story lesson for 2 weeks every single day for 1 hour a day. At least. This is the minimum amount of your everyday English listening. 1 hour every single day. But if you want to improve faster, you absolutely need to learn English and to listen to English much more. You need to listen to English for 2 hours a day, for 3 hours a day or more to achieve your English fluency faster. So that was it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it, because this was my personal way how would I learn English by myself, and overall how I learned English by myself in my past. I believe I helped you a lot, giving you this list how would I learn English by myself if I would just starting out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to know when my new videos come out to the YouTube. Go to my Facile English group and Telegram, join it, share my group to help my project to grow. It was a pleasure to see you here. Take care and bye bye.